Hi, I'm Matthew Celesta with Maxfield, and this here is my good friend Shorty. We're here today to have our 7th lesson in our Work with Nature series, which is grass. Grass covers about 50,000 square miles across the United States and accounts for about a third of our water usage. So at Maxfield, we're not too jazzed about grass, but rather we'd like to see edible landscapes and a more efficient design of space when it comes to water and resources. But with that said, kids, animals, and even the occasional adult doing yoga can benefit from a grassy knoll. So how can we make these grassy patches more sustainable? Well, let's start by getting rid of pesticides, and let's get rid of more traditional varieties of bluegrass and use drought-tolerant varieties of grass. We like to use Bermuda and buffalo grass in our neck of the woods, but it's best to go to your local garden center to see what grows best in your climate. There's an old saying, the grass is greener where you water it. But we believe we're all better off if we use water more effectively. So here are a couple tips that we have to efficiently using water in your backyard on your lawn. Let's get some tools together. Today we're going to need a hand trowel, a watering can, and some Maxfield's planting mix. So let's head out to your little prairie in the backyard and talk about watering. Our first tip is only water when you need to. If you start to notice a blue to gray hue to the grass and see wilting or curling on any of the blades, it's probably time to give it a good watering. We also believe in using what's called the footprint test. By gently pressing your foot down and removing it, you can watch the grass rebound. If it seems to stay depressed for a long time, it's probably time for a good watering. When it comes to actually watering, we believe go big or go home. We need to fully saturate the root zone of the grass. Grass can actually benefit from being restricted water by encouraging root growth, but it only comes from having a full saturation of the root zone during the actual watering. The best way to gauge your root zone is after a watering, dig a little of your grass up to see if the root zone is fully saturated. If it's not, please change your watering more or less accordingly. Next, let's talk a little bit about sprinklers. Sprinklers need to be checked to make sure that they're being targeted effectively and efficiently and not watering the sidewalk. If you notice after a watering or sprinkling that there's runoff coming off your lawn, it's best to go in and program it to turn on and off every 5 minutes up to an hour. This will give the grass more time to soak in the water that you've given it. We believe it's best to water between 4 and 9 a.m. to not only have low temperatures but also calm wind. If you can't get your watering done in the morning, wait till the afternoon for temperatures to go down, and beware that the hot water in the hose may scald the plants. You also don't have to water your whole lawn every time. Feel free to spot treat certain areas that seem stressed or need more water instead of just pulling out the old sprinkler head. You can also use Maxfield's planting mix in some of these stressed areas. When you find an area of dead grass, incorporate in some of the Maxfield's planting mix using your trowel. And don't forget to go back and water it in thoroughly. So what's your take on grass? Do you love it? Do you hate it? We believe this is a very important conversation to have. So please come over and post about it on our Facebook page. And like always, you can follow us on Twitter, Pinterest, and Instagram, and join the movement by signing up for our newsletter at www.maxfieldsorganics.com. Stay tuned for more videos on establishing your roots, working with nature, and celebrating the harvest by subscribing to our YouTube channel. So until next time, happy farming.
Shorty, roll it.